Greetings, 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 royal family. I'm back. Happy Wednesday. It's June 23rd, 2021. It's summer. It's also Cancer season. So shout out to the zodiac sign Cancer. All y'all emotional, blindly loyal, lovable Cancers. Okay. All right, everybody. It's time for the Morning Boogie Morning Show. Okay, how's everybody doing out there? Shout out to my live Twitch viewers. Shout out to the royal family members over on YouTube. Please make sure you are paying your admission fee by liking the video. No long intro today. Dame Dash, there's an update with Damon and the Rockefeller lawyer. So I'm going to get into that. IKEA, the actual store IKEA, they're under fire. They thought that they were doing a kind gesture and celebrating Juneteenth, but some of the employees were not having it. They were offended. Trick Daddy, you guys should have heard by now that Trick Daddy is under fire. I have quite a bit to say about that. He shared his opinion about Jay-Z and Beyonce and the Beehive attack. So we're definitely going to talk about that. Okay, got some other hot topics to discuss with you, so kick back, relax. If at any point you come in late, okay, you're listening to the replay. This is for the YouTube family. You come in late, just watch the replay. Just go back and rewind. You know, you don't want to pay your admission fee right now. You can always pay your admission fee at any time throughout the broadcast. All right. I also, before I get started, I also want to inform those who are not aware that we do have a second channel, the Royal Culture Podcast, right here on YouTube, right here on YouTube. So be sure to locate it, subscribe, you know what I'm trying to say? Make sure your notifications are on. If you cannot find the channel by typing in the name, in my community tab on the main channel, she_Royal B, which you're watching from right now, the link is in the comments. All right? Are we good on announcements? Anything else? And just make sure with Leroy that we don't have any more announcements. No, we're good. We can get started. All right, let's get right into the shenanigans. Okay, Florida is always on a different type of time. I don't know what time zone or frequency they are on, but it's always different from the rest of the world, right? So this is according to the shaderoom.com. A Florida woman discovers almost $1 billion in her checking account, says that she is having trouble returning it. Okay, now according to the Daily Mail, a Florida woman received almost $1 billion in her bank account and is having trouble giving it back. Reports state that Miss Julia went to withdraw a little $20 from her local Chase bank. And before attempting the withdrawal, she checked her balance and realized that she had racks on racks on racks to the sum of $1 billion. Someone apparently deposited a whole bunch of money. Okay, that's so crazy. $999,985,855.94 into her account. So while most people would have probably been excited, Miss Julia stated that she was horrified. She said, OMG, I was horrified. I know most people would think they won the lottery, but I was horrified, she said. Miss Julia is adamant that she does not want to have to repay the money because it's not hers. She says, I know I've read stories about people that took the money or took out money and then they had to repay it, and I wouldn't do that anyway because it's not my money. Oh, Miss Julia, you got a heart of gold. How honorable of you. The article goes on to read that she also stated that since having the money deposited into her account, she's tried to contact the branch to return the money, but hasn't received any help. She said, I just can't get through. I get tied up with their automated system and I can't get a person. Oh, Miss Julia is an older lady. So it's unclear what caused Miss Julia to become a billionaire, but she says that she hopes to have the money removed as soon as possible. What would you do in this situation? Man, what money? Okay, I'd have been like, yo, nobody would have been able to get a hold of me. See, the problem is your discernment ain't activated. You don't know when God is trying to bless you. But then there was an update this morning, according to 2fab.com. So Miss Julia actually had minus $1 billion in her account. So a spokesperson for Chase told 2Fab.com that the customer did not temporarily have the $1 billion as widely reported. Rather, she temporarily owed it instead. So she was in the negative for that amount. Miss Julia, you ain't have your glasses on? You ain't see that subtraction or that minus sign on your receipt? This is very interesting. How does something like this happen? Please be advised that it is Florida. Okay, so this article goes on to read, without disclosing too much personal information, the representative for Chase Bank, or the spokesperson for Chase Bank, said that the incident was connected to steps the bank takes when a person connected to a joint account dies. What? The measure, he said, is put in place to prevent fraudulent activity on an account. He could not say why the $1 billion figure was used, however. This sounds like a bunch of BS, right? Remember, this is down in Florida. He said that the matter has been completely rectified and Miss Julia is back banking as normal, neither a billionaire or indebted for $1 billion. The spokesperson also confirmed that the negative $50 billion, showing up on the accounts belonging to a number of social media users was not connected and merely a coincidence. I don't believe in coincidences, do you? Reading on, those incidents were caused by a technical glitch over the weekend and have also been fully resolved. They confirmed that despite their temporary 11-figure deficits, none of the people involved have been charged any fees. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. This poor woman could have had a heart attack. Went to withdraw money, saw $1 billion, trying to return it, couldn't get through the automated system, only to find out that she was negative $1 billion. How does that happen? And then a spokesperson for the bank says that this is some sort of safety measure put in place to prevent fraud. That doesn't make any sense. Make it make sense, people. But again, respectfully, this took place in Florida. And to me, nothing really quite makes sense in the state of Florida. So let's stay down in Miami and talk a little bit, right? Now, this is according to local10.com, which is a local news station in Florida. Listen to this. Miami Beach will no longer enforce last call at 2 a.m. This summer is about to be a whole zoo, okay? Get ready, y'all. So the city of Miami Beach is no longer enforcing its 2 a.m. last call in the South Beach Entertainment District. This is due to a court ruling in favor of the businesses who were fighting for the right to remain open. The decision means that iconic establishments down in South Beach can once again stay open and serve alcohol until 5 a.m. Woo, this summer is going to be a hot, funky mess, okay? Earlier this month, a judge ruled that Miami Beach's 2 a.m. curfew was not lawful. Okay? And the city has been fighting in court since. So clubs are going to stay open. You know, certain restaurants are going to stay open. Certain clubs are going to stay open and serving alcohol until 5 a.m. in South Beach, Miami, Florida. Man, Rolling Loud is next month. You guys know that, right? Every year there's some sort of bullets flying, high heels left, wigs torn out, all types of melee that goes on down in the 305. Now, with this new curfew, I can only imagine. I'm hoping for no fatalities, but I'm pretty sure I'll have tons and tons of content to report about. Yikes. What do you think about that? You plan on visiting South Beach this summer, anybody? Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know. I have no faith in the 305. It's a hot mess. And I know some of the residents down in Florida are probably sick and tired of people coming to vacation and just adding to the dysfunction that is Miami. That's crazy. If you're a Floridian, drop down in the comments and let me know how you feel. Are you over Florida? Is it as bad as they're making it seem? Let me know. Anywho, let's move this along because I don't want to keep you guys here for long, okay? I thought that this was interesting. This is according to iHeartRadio.com, right? So a dad is devastated to learn that his son is actually his uncle. This is absolutely Bananas, right? Now, it can be heartbreaking for a dad, the article reads, to learn that their child isn't really theirs because their partner was unfaithful at some point and never confessed to it. However, it can always be worse, okay? It sure was for one man who took to TikTok to explain what happened to him. The post is a video of him distraught and crying, and in it, he reveals that he found out that his son is actually his uncle. How does ish like this happen? This is absolutely bananas, right? So how did that happen? Well, the man's grandfather invited him and his girlfriend to stay with him. And during that time, the man's girlfriend wound up having an affair with his grandfather. Yuck. That led to the baby boy, which the man thought was his own. It turns out his grandfather had done stuff like this before because the man captioned his TikTok post, "Can't believe I expected more from a man that had a whole other family around the corner from my granny house." Yikes. Okay. In a follow-up post, the man says that he still wants to be a part of his son/uncle's life. This is insane, but also questions why his grandfather would hurt him like this. In a different video, he describes how he found out, saying his girlfriend's phone kept pinging, so he checked to see what was going on and saw the texts were from his grandfather. Yikes. Then he found years worth of messages from his granddad, including pictures and explicit stuff. So glad that they spared the details as it pertains to explicit stuff. We don't want to see what grandpa is working with. Commenters were very supportive of the man, writing things like, "I'm sorry for you. I know it seems dark now. Get some time away for yourself. You didn't deserve this, but there is someone else out there for you. And don't stop loving that young man. It's your time to stand tall in all of this. Break the cycle and love that boy, regardless of what title he has." What the heck would you do in this situation? I don't even know what to say. That's unfortunate for the child. That's really effed up. I think that's really effed up for the child who has no idea what's going on. Technically, he's not your son. Yeah, he is your uncle, but he's not your son. So what does this man do? Does he tell him he's not his biological father and he really is his uncle? Or do you wait until this child is grown, a grown adult, and starts to have children of his own, and then somebody spills the beans? I think that this boy should be told. I didn't see the TikTok video. I only came across this article and read the article. If you guys are privy to this story, drop down in the comments and let me know. Did he tell the little boy? I would tell the little boy. Family secrets destroy families oftentimes, and this is a huge secret. If it still is a secret, I don't think that this man should bear the burden of having to keep this secret because he didn't put himself in this situation. He's not responsible for this situation. I think that he and the boy's mother should definitely sit down and have a conversation, and the mother should be forced in a way to tell her son the truth. I think it is going to do more good than harm in the long run, instead of this little boy growing up having his own family and then finding out that this ain't my daddy, but this is my nephew. Tell the boy the truth up front. He can always get counseling when he's young, okay? It's better to, try to repair him as a child, or I shouldn't say repair. What would you say? Rehabilitate him as a child than to fix a broken adult, especially when he starts to have a family. This is sick. I think that mother is very reckless. That grandfather is toxic as hell. And I think that the boy should have an understanding of who his biological father is. And the biological father, grandpa, should be held accountable for taking care of his son. It is his son, right? This is sick. This is absolutely sick. And I really hope that they do not wait until this boy is like 45 years old, having kids, having a family, and then he finds out that his father ain't his father, but his nephew. The hell? And his grandfather is really his father. I wish I could drop one of Clues bombs right now. People are sick as hell. On to some lighter news. Remember this classy lady? Lady May from Greenleaf. So possibly, maybe, we don't know. There's talks that there might be a Greenleaf spinoff. Okay. Lynn Whitfield sat down for an interview. We know Lynn Whitfield from not only recently Greenleaf as Lady May. All right. Remember, she was also in Eve's Bayou. She was in Cheetah Girls. I think, was she in Cheetah Girls? She was on in a movie with Martin, A Thin Line Between Love and Hate. She was also on one of Martin's the episodes of Martin, right? Remember when Martin went on that cruise and he ran into her? Love Lynn Whitfield, such a classy lady. Okay, very dignified woman. All right, and great actress. So there's possibly going to be a Lady May spinoff. Now, if you guys have been watching Greenleaf, then you know that the series is over. Great show, phenomenal show, and the show ended with Pastor James Greenleaf being called home to glory. And Lady May has now taken over the church, and she is now a preacher. Okay, so if they do a spinoff, she sat down for an interview, and there's possibly going to be talks of basically her still being the matriarch of the family and running a church. I don't know how I feel about that. I would watch, because I think that Lynn Whitfield is a great actor, and I would want the writers and executive producers from Greenleaf to create a new show, and I definitely would support, because they're great writers and producers. Anyway, I don't know how I'm going to feel seeing Lady May without Bishop. I just don't know. That was a very intense season. That last season was very intense. I kind of knew what was going to happen. So let me know what you think. Do you guys miss Greenleaf? Do you think that they should do a spinoff with Lady May? I would be here for it. And I don't think it would flop, but it would just get a little bit, some getting used to, I guess. I don't know. Oh, Bishop. James. All right, Royal Family, if you haven't done so already, please hit the like button. Make sure you are dropping down in the comment section and showing your love. Shout out to all of you who are here, live and in living color. You know, make sure you just say a little hello or good morning or greetings in the comment section. Don't be shy whatsoever. All right, so up next is the game. This is sad. Complex.com. I saw it on a couple of other outlets, but I'll be reading from Complex.com. The game shares a video detailing his disappointment in his kids ignoring him on Father's Day. Now, I read through this and I said to myself, he actually has every right to be upset. This sucks, right? So in a video shared on his Instagram, rapper The Game expressed his disappointment that only one of his children seemingly acknowledged him on Father's Day. He says, "It's the disrespect for me." This is what he captioned the 6-minute video. "Hoping all the real fathers out there got blessed and showered with all the love and appreciation they deserve. For the ones that did not, I feel your pain." On the actual video, he explained himself further and remarked that, quote, "The only person that really acknowledged the fact that I was a father was my oldest son." He explained how his oldest son purchased him some cologne. He said some stuff within his budget, which he thought was beautiful. He goes on to say, "As a father, I always went above and beyond for my children and even the people around me," he continued. "They should take notice. You should understand that on Father's Day, that's a very important day. Mother's Day, over the years, I've went all out on Mother's Day. For Father's Day, for some reason, around the board, overall, it gets a little disrespectful. It's like I'm starting to feel like the deadbeat dads out there. They must know something. You got fathers out there that are putting in major work, and a holiday comes around for us, and I feel like people don't give a F about it." Oh, this was so sad. Should I play the video or should I just read? I'm going to play the video. I'm going to just read. Aside from having a meal with his oldest son, The Game added that he came away from Father's Day with very little to show for it. "I know who I am as a father. Can't nobody tell me that I'm not the type of father that deserves praise, deserves notice," he said. "I'm not saying go out and buy me a Lamborghini or nothing like that, but to be post Father's Day, to be on this video, making this video, and to really have nothing to show for it is just unacceptable. It's crazy, and I'm really not effing with it. He suggested that he would be cutting off his children who didn't pay him any mind on Father's Day. I hate to bring it to social media, but there might be other fathers out there who feel unappreciated and might need to know that they are not alone. Despite the lack of love from his own children, the game did say that he received some appreciation from fans, and he enjoyed seeing videos of other fathers getting treated well on Sunday. So, you know what? Let me play the video. Oh, gosh, it's probably cursing in it. Jesus, help us all. Oh, I feel so bad. 6 minutes? Y'all want to see the whole 6 minutes? Let's see.
Hey, look, I'm really only on here talking about this because it's just really bothers me, man, right? Because I know the type of heart I got and I know the type of person I am, right? And it's like, I take care of a lot of people, and I do for a lot of people, and I'm not talking about like strangers or nothing like that. I'm talking about like family, friends, you know what I'm saying? Like just people, everybody in my circle. And it's a big fucking circle. I take care of a lot of people. And yesterday, woke up on Father's Day, and the only person that really acknowledged the fact that I was a father was my oldest son, right? He got me some cologne, some stuff within his budget, and I thought that was beautiful. I appreciated it. And I love him. I love him to death because that's how I raised him, to be humble, to always remember and always take care of your people, especially when, they're very, very present in your life. And, as a father, I've always went above and beyond for my children. And even the people around me, they should take notice. You should understand that on Father's Day, that is a very important day. Mother's Day, man, over the years, I've went, all out on Mother's Day. Everybody goes out, all out on Mother's Day. Mother's Day is like, one of the holidays where you better show up, you know what I'm saying, for the mothers in your lives. I always do. I always go above and beyond. But Father's Day, for some reason, around the board, like overall, it gets a little disrespectful, man. It's like, I'm starting to feel like, the deadbeat dads out there, them niggas, like, they must know something, you know what I'm saying? Cause they not contributing shit and they don't get noticed, you know what I'm saying? And they don't deserve notice cause they not real fathers. But, you got fathers out there that are putting in major work, and then, a holiday on Father's Day. I mean, a holiday comes around for us, ain't many, but, Father's Day. And I feel like people don't really give a fuck about it, at least in my life, right? Because like yesterday, like other than eating with my son, I don't really have anything to show for Father's Day. But everybody that I take care of, even in more, including my children and more, like I take care of adults, and nothing to show. Some ain't even text me Happy Father's Day. I see, Instagram posts about, and I hate to be, petty or, seeming like I'm bitching over that, but nah, I'm just taking notice and stating the facts. I see Instagram posts and shit and about everything else, but Happy Father's Day, you know what I'm saying? And, I got a lot of Happy Father's Day texts from people I barely know, strangers, you know what I'm saying? Some lengthy, some paragraphs, and the people that I know personally, that I take care of, that I look out for, on a daily, monthly, yearly basis for, I don't know, years and years and years, crickets, nothing. And, excuse me, I'm just tired of the disrespect, man. Like it don't even make no sense. You know what I'm saying? And to be perfectly honest, that shit kind of really cut deep in a nigga's soul. Cause it's like, I know, as a father, I know what I put in, you know what I'm saying? Ever since my first son was born, I know the amount of work that I put in as a father. And, even for my younger two, always been there, you know what I'm saying? So I know who I am as a father. Can't nobody tell me that I'm not the type of father that deserves praise, deserves notice. And I'm not saying go out, buy a nigga Lamborghini or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but to be, you know, post Father's Day, to be on this video, making this video, and to really have nothing to show for it is just unacceptable. It's crazy. It's unacceptable. And I'm really not fucking with it. So today is the day that, if you're in my life and you've been close to me and I've done what I've done for you and I've taken care of you and I've looked out for you over the years for, you know, several years, and you know that you didn't show up on Father's Day, with any type of appreciation, today is the day I cut you off. And it's not personal. It's just that, you know, actions scream louder than words, man. And, yeah, I'm tired of the disrespect. And so I got to do something about it. And I hate to bring it to, you know, social media, but there might be other fathers out there who feel unappreciated and, who, you know, might be, you know, might need to know that they're not alone. You know what I'm saying? And another thing that's hurtful is that I seen, you know, videos of other celebrities, and I'm not saying it's just all about celebrities. You know, I've seen some videos from just normal, fathers, but, you know, but I'm a celebrity. So, you know, I take into account that, you know, some Instagram videos that I seen yesterday, man, fathers is getting spoiled. They getting taken care of. Most notably, my nigga Boosie, man. My nigga Boosie had a Father's Day breakfast, nigga. That shit looked like it came from the Four Seasons or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, shout out to my homie Boosie. We've been down for a long time, man, 20 plus years. But yeah, man, it's just, yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know what else to say, man, except, SMFH, man. Damn. All right, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all get back to y'all day, man. And I'm gonna get back to, whatever it is over here.
That looked like an extensive Jenga thing in the background. You know, this is sad. This is really, really sad. And you know what? I feel like he has every right to express his frustrations. I think he did a great job expressing his frustrations. It's interesting that one of his children actually did something for him for Father's Day. I wonder if the children were asked, you know, their experience, what they would say. But he has every right to express himself. How do you feel? How do you feel about the game bringing this to social media and talking about feeling unappreciated on Father's Day? I will say this to you, game. Not necessarily your children. I think that you should sit down and have a conversation with your children. I'm hoping that you at least had a conversation with your children prior to recording this video, even though you're angry and you have every right to be, right? But anybody that's making you feel unappreciated, with the exception of your kids, because you don't know what's going on, and I think that kids should be given the benefit of the doubt. And of course, he is definitely a hands-on father, and to my knowledge has been. Remember when he had that reality show with is the mother of his children Tiffany? I know she was a school teacher. Then he had that dating show. He always had his children with him. Anyway, as far as other people, he mentioned people that he takes care of, probably family and close friends. If they are not appreciating you, yes, cut them off. Cut them off. I'm going to tell you, in my opinion, and from experience, past experience, one of the most disheartening things is when you don't feel appreciated. Now, I'm not saying that you have to sprinkle rose petals on the floor every time I walk. You know, some people may require that. Only on my birthday, you know. But all jokes aside, some people don't ask for much, right? Some people don't ask for anything at all. Some people don't ask for anything at all. But take into consideration, when someone goes out of their way to think about you, to do something for you, to pray for you, to call to check up on you, to take care of you financially. If you're in a bind, you know that you can call the game, or you know that you can call somebody, and you act as though they're disposable, or that person doesn't feel appreciated. That is one of the most disheartening things ever. And it will cause somebody like me to be turned off, you know? So game, if you don't feel appreciated by people who you quote unquote take care of, cut them off, especially if you've mentioned it to them. He seems pretty vocal, so I'm pretty sure he has. But either way, man, don't make people feel unappreciated. That's why when I get on here, it may not be a lot to some people. But I always show my appreciation to my viewers, especially my A1 day ones. And I can call you out by name, but I don't want anyone else to feel, left out. But y'all know who y'all are. The ones who are always commenting on the commentary, commenting on the videos, liking the videos, responding, going back and forth with me in the comments section. I see y'all, so, and I definitely appreciate you. I do. When someone takes time out to support you or whatever, show appreciation. Even if you just tell them, you may not have anything monetary to give them, but just show that you're appreciative. A little bit goes a long way. So I can understand why the game is frustrated. I don't know if he had just, awakened from his slumber, or he was actually emotional and possibly crying, but he sounded like he was a little congested. And I appreciate him being honest. I know I'm going on and on about this after watching that 6-minute video, but I felt so bad. I was like, dag, man, that really sucks, like that really, really sucks. And I'm pretty sure most of us have felt unappreciated by someone, and we could possibly, relate to what Game is saying. And shout out to the fathers that are out there doing their thing, man. Happy or belated happy Father's Day. To those of you who may not feel appreciated, you know what I'm saying? That really hurt me when I read this yesterday. And I know some people don't like the game, and some people say the game is problematic, but at the end of the day, he is a human being, right? And he takes his role as a father very seriously. I've witnessed that through the years, and it would be so easy for people to come on to social media and clown him if he was a deadbeat father. And I think that this should get more attention. So shout out to the game. I just feel bad. I mean, I don't feel sorry for him, but I feel bad because he seemed like that really hurt him, because he was expecting something. And why not? Child, it's gonna be some family members that's cut off, honey. I don't blame him. I don't blame him. You feel unappreciated, you got to let people go sometimes. It is what it is. Don't waste your time trying to force anyone to appreciate you, no matter what. You are worthy, okay? You are definitely worthy of love. So if you don't feel appreciated, or people are taking advantage of your presence or whatever, sayonara, see you later. Life goes on. Moving on, speaking of life goes on, okay? Essence.com posted an article. I'm so glad that they covered this. DeVal and Kadeen Ellis, they are expecting baby number 4. If you are familiar with this family, then you know that they are full of energy. They're fun, full of love. DeVal is Zach, the character Zach on Tyler Perry's Sisters. But prior to Tyler Perry's Sisters' existence, I have been following Kadeen and DeVal, the Ellises, on social media. They have a YouTube channel. They relocated from Brooklyn. They're originally from Brooklyn, New York. Shout out to Brooklyn. And they relocated to LA. And I think now they're are they in Atlanta, or they relocated? Yeah, they're in Atlanta. I think they bought a house in Atlanta. They have 3 boys. Kadeen has always wanted a girl. We don't know the sex of the baby just yet. And I'm really hoping that she has a little Goyle. That would be so adorable. So shout out to Kadeen and DeVal Ellis. And if you're not familiar with them, the Ellises, they have a YouTube channel. DeVal also has his Instagram. Kadeen has her Instagram, and that is My Island Sis. Okay, so shout out to the Ellises. I'm happy for them. So this is good. Oh, this is a cute picture. Let me show you the picture. This is what they posted to their social media. So that's their 3 sons, Kaz, Jackson, and Rory. Is it Rory? Cassie, Rory, and I know the oldest is Jackson. Look at Kaz. Oh my God, they grew up so fast. Yeah, I've been watching them on YouTube and on social media, like I said, prior to prior to DeVal getting the role as Zach on Tyler Perry's Sisters. So a lot of people are familiar with them. Oh, so cutie. Shout out to the Ellises, yo. They're definitely doing their thing. Definitely doing their thing. I just feel so bad for the game. I really do. I know that hurt. All right, up next. This is according to Radar Online. Ooh, honey. So you know that Nick Cannon is not only expecting his seventh child, right? But he has a daytime talk show coming out, the Nick Cannon Show, right? So I'm wondering, when is Nick Cannon going to be on? Is he going to be, a lot of people saying that he's going to be replacing Wendy. I said, nah, he's not taking Wendy's time slot. The View, maybe? No, he's not pushing The View out of their time slot. Honey, he might be pushing The Real not only out of their time slot, but their spot on television. So it's unclear if he's going to be replacing them completely or just pushing them out of their time slot. So Nick Cannon is getting ready to take his throne as king of daytime TV, but he might ruffle some feathers in the process. Radar Online has learned the 40-year-old star will be replacing the ladies on The Real. So Radar is told that the time slot currently being occupied by Adrienne, Lonnie, Jeannie Mai, Garcelle Bouvet is going to Nick Cannon. While TV real estate is in high demand, Radar's insiders tell Us Weekly that tell them that the Wendy Williams show is the perfect opening act for Cannon's highly anticipated talk show. And it's meant to be because they both are produced by Lionsgate Debmar Mercury. Ooh. So could The Real be getting canceled? So Radar also has been made aware that there is going to be there's a premiere date. You know, it's supposed to be airing in September. What date? I think people.com already mentioned it. I'm not sure. But he's going to be airing in September, and he's going to be in his own studio in Harlem. That's what another source added. I remember reading during the initial talks about the show before Nick Cannon got entangled up with that little hiccup where everything was on pause, and then he apologized, so everything was unpaused and now moving forward. Prior to all of that, Nick Cannon wanted his talk show to be in the same studio where 106 and Park used to be filmed. So I'm wondering if that is still on and popping, if that's still going to be the case. But he will be in Harlem. So it's being said that his show is not going to be like Wendy Williams as far as Hot Topic. So Nick won't be doing any celebrity news and Hot Topic. He feels that Wendy Williams owns that, and she's basically the best at what she does. So Nick is going to be doing like an opening monologue each show and freestyling the news of the day. Yikes. Underscoring himself as the keyboard? Or underscoring himself at a keyboard. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't read today. I haven't had my iced coffee, so bear with me. That's what TV insiders are telling Radar. You know what's also shady? The ladies of The Real, just like I'm reading this to you guys, this is how the ladies of The Real had to find out. They were kept in the dark. So the cast of The Real have been kept in the dark about Nick Cannon possibly taking their time slot and their spot. The ladies of The Real haven't been told about the move yet. And with TV real estate so tight, it's unclear what new time slot they will get, if they get one at all. And this is what a top TV source reveals to Radar Online. Yikes. How do you guys feel about that? Do you think that's shady? I mean, charge it to the game. It's business. It is what it is. But do you guys still watch The Real? Who's still watching The Real? Like, no shade. I remember watching The Real for the first 2 seasons, I think, 2-3 seasons. After Tamar came to The Real, it became very difficult for me to watch, and then I stopped. After she left, I would catch it here and there, but by that time, the thrill was already gone. And yes, I said when Tamar came to The Real, it was very difficult for me to watch. I know a lot of people liked her. That's perfectly fine. You could like whoever the heck you want to like. As far as me, I couldn't take it. I don't think that she was a good fit for daytime television. And it just her mouth popping and no depth in conversation when it comes to topics, and her juvenile approach to certain topics was very embarrassing, and it just sullied the dynamic of the show, in my opinion. But who cares? Moving along, we'll see what happens. I mean, shout out to Nick Cannon. I'm excited to see Nick Cannon on daytime television. I do feel that Nick Cannon probably would be better suited for late night. I think that his energy for late night would be electric, but being that he is so heavily censored or has been so heavily censored, daytime might be the safest thing for him. I understand that he has a family to support, so you got to do what you got to do. But I would really love to see Nick Cannon on like a late night Arsenio Hall-esque type show. I think he can pull it off. I really do. Even if he has to take it to like a HBO, you know? Let me know what you think. But shout out to Nick Cannon. I damn sure will be tuning in. Okay? I like Nick. I like Nick a lot. He's not problematic in my eyes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is really going to be a thing. Okay? So are y'all ready for Bowward Wowward and Soulja Boy Tell 'em, aka Young Draco? She make it clap, clap, clap. Are y'all ready for this? When I tell you that I cannot stop laughing and I don't know why. From the time that this was announced, I think I think Soulja Boy announced it first. Another thing that he can put in his list of things that he did first, right? And then I laughed. I said, no way. Then I saw the Versus lineup on Versus TV, and now there's a flyer. I guess as we are approaching close to this date, which is Saturday, June 26th, 626. Shout out to my bestie, Francis. That is my homie's birthday. That's my good sis. So shout out to her. And you're in for a treat, Francis. Because Bowward Wowward and Soulja Boy they're going to be battling it out on the Versus stage on your B-Day. Woo. She make it clap, clap, clap. Oh my God. Okay. All right, let me pull it together. So, there's many ways for you to watch. I watch it on Instagram Versus. There's Triller now. Instagram Versus whatever. Listen, are you going to be tuned in? And who do you have your money on? As for entertainment purposes and all other things, I'm rooting for Young Draco. I am, for the culture, okay? For the culture, I am rooting for Young Draco. This is gonna be so freaking interesting. This is gonna be, and I know that Bow Wow is gonna get on my nerves. He's gonna be so extra. For those of you who are not aware, Shad really annoys me. He's just so annoying. He's a great actor though. I will give him that. But are you guys ready? So again, Saturday, June 26th at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Of course, drinks are provided by Syrah. Oh my gosh. I wonder if they're gonna dress like back in the fashions back in the 2000s, like with the baggy jeans and the Air Force Ones and the oversized jerseys. Like, are you guys gonna take it back like that, or are we gonna see a bunch of skinny jeans? You know, I don't know. I'm excited now because I know Young Draco is going to entertain the heck out of everybody, and it's gonna be ghetto. I have a strong feeling that it's gonna be ghetto, and I'm here for it. We all could use a good laugh. So drop down in the comments and let me know if you are excited and if you will be tuning in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't done so, please be sure to hit the like button. That is your admission fee. It costs you nothing. Hell, share the video. I definitely don't mind. I appreciate all of you who are here today in the chat, dropping your comments. Those of you who are watching the replay squad, hashtag replay in the comments section. I greatly, greatly appreciate your support. See, I don't miss a moment to let people know that I appreciate them on and off the air, because that's just the way my heart is positioned and set up. Okay. All right. Up next. Woo, speaking of mess. Oh my gosh. This is Gary Owens' mistress. So yeah, this is still on site. On site posted this to their Instagram. So this woman is claiming that she allegedly smashed Gary's still married Owen. Yikes on a bike. Who wrote this caption? Genius. So let's take a listen to what Miss Thing has to say. Let me unmute this. Like to hear it? Here you go.
I'm gonna make this shit real simple because y'all keep asking me, did I sleep with Gary Owens, the white comedian? Yes. I went to go see a white man about a bag and a bone. I'm gonna make this shit real simple because y'all keep asking me, did I sleep with Gary Owens, the white comedian? Yes. I went to go see a white man about a bag and a bone.
She went to go see a white man about a bag and a bone. Drop one of Clues bombs for this proud mistress. Now, it's funny because last night on Unwind with Tasha K, right here on YouTube, this young lady did an interview with Tasha K that I didn't find that interesting, but whatever. She was telling her story. She was talking about how much money she made within 30 minutes. She made $600 in 30 minutes. Why? Okay. I could tell that some of these ladies ain't got no scruples. Why are you messing it up for all of the seasoned ladies of the evening or ladies of the night? Now, I am not promoting any sort of adultery. I'm not promoting it. What I'm saying is you making it difficult for all the other working girls. Who asked for this information? Who paid you to tell this information, ma'am? Why can't you go see a man about a bag and a bone in silence and just pay your bills and mind your business? What is the reason for this? Well, she was promoting herself, and I don't know what she has out. She has something out that she's promoting. I don't know. Ma'am, this is not how you do it. And Gary, don't say a word, okay? Don't defend this. Don't come out explaining yourself. Don't say anything. You are going through a divorce right now, and I'm pretty sure that your lawyer is telling you not to respond to any. Don't say nothing. There's nothing to be said. Let her make all the accusations she wants. We don't know if she's telling the truth. The only person that should really care is your wife. Is your wife. And if he was legally separated, here's a question. Gary Owen and his wife, let's say they are legally separated. So is he not supposed to date? I'm asking. Like, what do you guys feel about that? He is still legally married, right? Just like Kanye West is still legally married, but he is dating some girl, but he is legally separated. So are you not supposed to date until you are completely divorced? Or does legally being separated give you some sort of leeway to date? What are the rules? Because they change all the time. I guess it depends on what the two people in the marriage think, right? Not what we, the public, say, right? But ma'am, please take your bag and your bone and move along. Be quiet. Nobody asked to know this. And then she also said on the interview that she did with Tasha K on Unwind with Tasha K's YouTube channel that Yandy Smith, Harris Smith, whatever her name is this week, from Love and Hip Hop, saw some messages that she was sending to Mendices saying, oh, you look like, what did she say? You look like 50 Cent? I think she said that she DM'd Mendices telling him he looked like 50 Cent. You had to send that to him in a DM. You couldn't put that under his comments in one of his posts. But anyway, Yandy saw that, and she claims that Yandy outed her. You know, she didn't do anything. She wasn't even trying to get with Mendices. Ma'am, the way that you talk about seeing men with a bag and all that stuff, you probably was trying to get at dude. And she said that Yandy put all of her pictures out and exposed her page. But that's what you want, right? Publicity. You can't have it both ways. You got free press and promotion from Yandy. That's what you wanted. You did an interview with Tasha K, one of the biggest YouTubers on YouTube. You wanted promotion. So what's the problem? Anywho, moving along. Speaking of love and hip hop, I don't understand what's going on. But this is all weird. So the real Mama D, I deserve her. I like Mama D. Now, as far as Bucky, yeah. So Mama D posted this to her social media. And she typed a daughter for life, #, period. And then she atted or tagged Shay Johnson. This is just weird. This is just weird. Take a look and a listen. I don't know what's going on here.
Let me kiss your face.
I don't hydrate like everyone else.
Let me kiss your face.
What? This is so, what are you doing? Mama D, what are you doing? Now, Mama D can be friends with whomever she pleases, okay? It's Mama D, right? But those of you who are not privy to the significance of this, or why this looks shady, I should say, is because Mama D's son, Scrappy Doo, is married, I hear, to Bambi. I know that he is in a relationship with the Bambi. They are 2 children deep now. Scrappy has a son outside of the relationship with Bambi, and Scrappy used to date Shay Johnson. Now, I thought that Mama D was all for the Bam. I thought she liked the Bam. So now you like Bucky? This is all for promotion because Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is going to be returning to VH1 July 5th. That's on a Monday. And did you know that July 4th is on a Sunday and it's going to be observed on July 5th, a Monday? So you might be off from work July 5th. Check with your supervisors. Anyway, what do you guys think about this? Promotion? Is Mama D just being Mama D? This is cringy. Yeah, okay. You could have just did like a little public service announcement announcing that, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is going to be returning. Is Shay Johnson going to be back on the show? Yeah, we could do without her. And fun fact, Yandy, just as I predicted, is going to be transitioning from Love and Hip Hop New York to Love and Hip Hop ATL. I guess nothing is jumping off for New York. And Yandy and Mendeecees bought a house, allegedly, in Atlanta. So this should be interesting. I think she recently opened up one of her skincare businesses. So shout out to Yandy and Mendeecees who are joining the ATL franchise. So they may bounce back and forth. It is what it is. Get that paper. I ain't mad at it. And it's good promotion for your business. It is what it is. All right, moving on. I couldn't wait to talk about this because I just want a better understanding. So what the heck am I talking about? Just let me refresh this. Just take a listen. Just take a listen.
Rick, IKEA store employees that I spoke to right here on the sidewalk outside of IKEA did not want to go on camera over fears of repercussions, but they did tell me that they believe that the management here at IKEA needs to do more to educate themselves on Black culture.
They sent the menu to us in emails.
IKEA employees say this menu on your screen was sent to employees last Friday. They say the menu was going to be served to customers and employees as a way to, quote, honor and preserve Black Americans in light of the Juneteenth holiday.
You cannot say serving watermelon on Juneteenth is a soul food menu when you don't even know the history of they used to feed slaves watermelon during the slavery time.
Employees say the menu items selected, including fried chicken, watermelon, mac and cheese, collard greens, and more, was racially insensitive and ignorant.
It caused a lot of people to be upset. People actually wanted to quit. People wasn't coming back to work.
Employees outraged say 33 people called out of work, sparking this. Rick, IKEA store employees that
Okay. So if you haven't heard by now, and shout out to the Jasmine brand on Instagram who had this clip. If you haven't heard by now, this is the TMZ article. IKEA is under fire because they thought, Juneteenth, federal holiday now. Let's serve our employees a special meal, a Juneteenth meal, emancipation mashed potatoes and all. Okay? Fried chicken and watermelon was on the menu, and some of the employees were not having it. Okay, so let me put this menu up. Let me just read the article, y'all, and then we can talk. So IKEA is under fire after one of its stores in Atlanta allegedly listed fried chicken and watermelon as menu items for its employees to supposedly honor Juneteenth. The furniture giant reportedly sent an email to employees last week alerting them that, quote, to honor the perseverance, that's more offensive to me. Anyway, of Black Americans and acknowledge the progress yet to be made. It was also going to roll out a special menu. And that's where IKEA dropped the ball big time, because the so-called special menu, again, for a holiday commemorating the end of slavery, included fried chicken, watermelon, and mac and cheese. Some of those items, of course, perpetuate racial stereotypes. An employee who wished to remain anonymous told CBS 46, "You cannot say serving watermelon on Juneteenth is a soul food menu when you don't even know the history they used to feed slaves watermelon," yada yada. We heard him say that. The outrage led to 20 employees calling out of work. Word that the workers were furious quickly began to spread at the store, and it ultimately reached the store manager, who sent out another internal email apologizing. The menu was ultimately altered to include cornbread, what did I say? Emancipation mashed potatoes and meatloaf. An anonymous employee reportedly said that none of the co-workers who sat down to create the menu was black, but we reached out to IKEA and a spokesperson refutes that, saying that there were black co-workers involved, but it offered no further details. The spokesperson added, "We value our co-workers' voices and changed the menu after receiving feedback that the foods that were selected are not reflective of the deeply meaningful traditional foods historically served as part of Juneteenth celebration. We got it wrong and we still apologize." So you guys know that Biden signed into law last week, marking Juneteenth a federal holiday. So this is the menu, okay? Fried chicken, watermelon, mac and cheese, potato salad, collard greens, candied yams. Okay, I don't want to get ahead of myself. So I'm going to ask the question, and listen to me good. What is wrong with this menu? I'm asking a logical question. I'm going to tell you why. This ish, minus the watermelon possibly, sounds like a typical Thanksgiving dinner for most people in the South, black or white. Fried chicken or fried turkey, mac and cheese, potato salad, collard greens, candied yams. Again, with the exception of watermelon. You might have a fruit salad that has diced watermelon in it. So again, what was racist about this? I'm just asking. I'm not saying that it is. I'm not saying that it isn't. I just want to know, because I know that around Thanksgiving or on Thanksgiving, all Thanksgiving Day on social media, all I see are posts of some struggle plates that contain fried chicken, mac and cheese, potato salad, collard greens, candied yams, and more. I'm waiting for somebody to answer me. I just feel like if you don't like fried chicken and watermelon, then something must be wrong with you, because that ish tastes good. Okay? If I worked at IKEA, I wouldn't be offended by this. Now, I'm not saying that the people who were offended are wrong. I'm not saying anybody's wrong. I don't feel your opinion about this is wrong per se if you feel offended. If you feel offended, I acknowledge that that is the way that you feel. But I really want to have a conversation when the R word, I could think of many other things that are discriminatory. Let me use that word, right? Besides a slice of watermelon and a piece of fried chicken. I really want us to have this discussion. Because again, if you're coming in late, I'm going to repeat this one more time. When Thanksgiving and Christmas comes around, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter are flooded with images of struggle plates that contain sometimes fried chicken, mac and cheese, potato salad, collard greens, and candied yams. So when are these items, including watermelon, not discriminatory? Is it just because you say it's? I don't get it. Is it because IKEA is a corporate entity and they're not allowed? But if grandma said we're gonna have Sunday dinner and this is what's gonna be on the menu, and she sends a group text and Big Mama says these items are gonna be on the menu, is grandma discriminatory? Or does she get a pass because she's black? Talk to me, people. I'm not being naive. I'm not being insensitive. I really want to hear your perspective. And tell me, during Thanksgiving, do you not have some of these items listed on the menu during Christmas? Do you not during a regular Sunday dinner at Big Mama house? Do you not have some of these items for family dinners? Regardless of your ethnic background, talk to me. But specifically, I'm talking to black people. Let's move on and talk about this Trick Daddy situation. So everybody is up in arms about what Trick Daddy said regarding Beyonce. Some people are saying that he trashed Beyonce, he trashed Jay-Z. That's a stretch. Here's what I want to say. Shout out to the official Ken Barbie on Instagram. They have all the audio. So should I just play some of it? I don't know. It's getting long. This video is already an hour, and I still want somebody to answer me about the candied yams and the potato salad and the fried chicken. I really want to have a dialogue about that, you know. And maybe I'll have a dialogue on the Royal Culture Podcast, ladies and gentlemen, which is the second channel. This is for the royal family. This is the channel I plan to go live on, not just pre-recorded or uploaded videos. I want to go live and interact with you in real time. So maybe we will discuss this on the Royal Culture Podcast live. So be sure to follow the second channel. Just type in the Royal Culture Podcast. If it doesn't pop up, go to the community tab of the main channel that you're watching right now. And I did post it, and in the comment section is the link. I will probably repost it today. Woo, see what I did there? See what I did there? Let's go back. Okay. So Trick Daddy said what he said about Beyonce. Okay. Let me see if I could play it. Oh God. Just listen.
Trying to give back the music and then that Beyonce don't write music and Betty could sing her motherfuckers. So Beyonce can't sing.
I don't like Beyonce.
Okay.
She definitely can't sing.
I don't know why they be.
He said sang with an A. Okay? Not sing with an I. I just want to put that out there. Continue, Unc.
Thinking she could sing. They just.
Man, I watched my godmama train Beyonce give her vocal lessons all her career, man. Beyonce can't go.
All she do is holler.
Listen,
I
Beyonce,
take
she can
Kelly
sing,
over her.
but she not roll like that.
All right, that's enough because this was on Clubhouse. This was a conversation on Clubhouse that leaked out to the public. Now, you guys know that I have my internet service provider is the Beyonce deluxe package. So we're not going to do too much slandering of my internet service provider.
Jay-Z is nice for that.
That was the case. Yeah.
Man, DMX was doing 10, 15 million an album, man.
Most definitely, because it definitely wasn't no damn Jay-Z.
Now, just let's keep it clear. There was a conversation that was being had about the music business, about artists, right? So he didn't just come out of nowhere and say this. And not to mention, this was said on Clubhouse. I thought you wasn't supposed to record stuff on Clubhouse.
But don't
remember Jay-Z changed his name 3-4 times.
So did.
Yeah.
The first time y'all ever heard of Jay-Z, he got on a record with some nigga from down south called Big Pimpin'.
Yeah.
No, I heard him on the heart read.
Yeah.
And y'all, they'll tell y'all right now, oh, that's Jay-Z song. And you'll go Google and they'll say, yeah, it's Jay-Z song. Right?
The South put him on.
But they ain't gonna tell you Jay-Z bought the motherfucking song after the bitch got big.
That's you.
Again, they're having talks about the music business. So some people may not be privy to certain things that Trick Daddy is saying. It was a conversation about music artists and the music business.
GK song, man.
Yep, so
When I get
So then the heat was on. And he went on to 99 Jams, which is the radio station in South Florida. the hip hop radio station in South Florida, where he hosts the Trick and Trina morning show with Trina. So he seemingly kind of like doubled down on what he had to say, somewhat kind of, I don't know, just listen.
Get on Clubhouse. A lot of my Clubhouse family, a lot of us, we crack jokes and we talk stuff.
So basically this was kitchen table talk that got leaked, which I think is straight trash. But go ahead, Trick, sorry.
To each other. But mostly we do a lot of vetting, and we do a lot of mind contributing about how we can make, the world, the country, our cities, our homes better. They're gonna never record that.
Right.
But what I said was, I don't think Beyonce could sing, and that Beyonce is to R&B what Jay-Z is to the state of hip-hop in New York at the time when Jay-Z began considering himself as the king of hip-hop, the king of the GOAT of our rap, which is my opinion. And opinions like buttholes, without them you'd be full of doodle. When I get on Clubhouse, that's my unpopular opinion. Who are you? How you feel? If you got to walk around here worrying about how somebody else feel about how you feel, then you ain't who you are. That's my opinion. I said,
somebody get some oil for that chair, please. Good God.
Many times on the radio, they're wonderful business people. Jigga made a lot of money. He got a whole lot of money. But did I say anything disrespectful? No. Did I call them out their names? No, I didn't. Well, before I said that, to a lot of females, because they love Beyonce, I said she the lady Jesus Christ to them, which is not a bad thing. Actually, that's a compliment. And Jesus Christ is a powerful, lovable person.
All right. So now everybody goes on social media and they start giving their opinion, right? Which they want to be, they want their opinion valued and heard, right? But Trick says something and, all of a sudden he's being crucified. I'm just trying to hurry up and get, they're posting videos and concerts and things like that, and all this other stuff, and they're posting behind the scenes things, so on, so forth. Then Trick goes off and doubles down. He continues to share his opinions about Beyonce. I'm trying to just give you the grand scheme of things in the summarized version so I can get to my opinion so that we can get on up out of here. This is according to the Jasmine brand. They posted this to their Instagram. Listen to what else Trick had to say.
That's my opinion. Right. Beyonce, the #1 performer I ever seen besides of Michael Jackson and Chris Brown. Can she sing? Yeah. She can't sing. She ain't in my top. Beyonce ain't Stephanie Mills. She ain't Patti LaBelle. She ain't Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey. She ain't the Adele. But that's my opinion. That she might be your Adele. She might be your Whitney Houston. That's my opinion. I told my homeboys, Chris Brown is on the level of Michael Jackson. They like, you crazy, you disrespecting the king. The Thriller album did this. I'm telling you something I feel, and I'm telling you something that Michael Jackson told Chris Brown himself.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Mike was a fan of Chris Brown and told Chris Brown, I like everything you do, how you sing, how you represent, and how you perform. I'm a big fan of yours. That's huge.
Yep. All right. So here's what I don't understand, right? Number one, I think that it's trash that whoever recorded that and put that out, because that was Clubhouse, which is available on Android, by the way. I actually was part of a discussion or in a room for the first time on Clubhouse. So I'm on Clubhouse, she_Royal_B. Shout out to my sis Key for sending me an invite. That's my good sis right there, okay? So I had a good time last night. Anyway, I didn't know Clubhouse was available for Android users. I had no idea. Anywho, this was, like I said, considered like a kitchen table talk. He was up there with his peoples, and he did not say anything disrespectful. See, here's the problem that I have, right? Trick Daddy didn't say these things initially on 99 Jams. I don't know if people are confused about that, which is the radio station in South Florida, the hip hop radio station in South Florida, and he hosts the morning show, the Trick and Trina morning show with Trina, right? He did not have this conversation on his main platform at his job. This was on Clubhouse, where it's supposed to be somewhat exclusive, where you're not even supposed to be screen recording, to my understanding, and this was leaked out. So what is the difference, right? And yes, it is a public platform, so you are subject to being exposed, and I get it, even though you're not supposed to. What is the difference between this conversation that Trick was having with whoever he was on there with, right? And people having the conversation of who's a better rapper, Jadakiss, Fabulous, Nas, Biggie, Jay-Z. What's the difference? If you've ever gotten into a debate with anybody, when name your top 5, it's always usually the same for New Yorkers anyway, or us Northerners or whatever. If you have the conversation, you know, you have the typical back and forth debate about Jay-Z and Nas. You have the back and forth debate about Jadakiss and Jay-Z. Who's the better rapper out of the Locks? You know, Styles P is slept on, or Big L was better than Jay-Z, or, you know, Biggie and Pac, the Biggie and Pac conversation. What is the difference between what Trick Daddy said and those type of conversations when you're asked about your top 5 rappers or who's your top 5? Nothing, in my opinion. If Trick Daddy would have said that Kelly Rowland or Michelle Williams can't sing, would there be this much outrage? The man didn't say, and I don't feel the man said anything disrespectful. And I understand that some people may say that Trick is ignorant because he's saying, you know, that's my opinion and that's dumb of him to say. I feel like the setting that he was in, he felt that it was safe to have a conversation. But then again, being in media, you should kind of know better. However, I do feel that him being entitled to his opinion is important. I don't feel him using the statement, "it is my opinion," is ignorant. Not in this instance. I don't, because there was context to the conversation. You heard a little bit of the context to the conversation that he was having. Number one, he didn't have it on 99 Jams, which is the main platform. Number two, the music industry and artists and things were being talked about. You know, I didn't hear the entire conversation. So again, I like to have full context of the conversation, not just sound bites. And whoever recorded that knew that this would get a lot of attention, which is why they're giving it to the blogs, and it's you know, heating up. I think what pisses me off the most about this is the fact that people think it's cute to censor people. It's all fun and games, right? Until your fave is censored. And I'm gonna go into, I wasn't even gonna go here, but I am. It's all fun and games until your fave is censored. Trick Daddy's medical condition was talked about. His looks were talked about, which I think, to me, unless you're a comedian, you know what I'm trying to say, like me, I don't talk about people's physical appearance. I don't use that as a jab. It's just not my thing. It never has been. Whatever you do is your business. But if you notice, when I do my reviews and give commentary, unless I'm critiquing your fashions, as far as your physical appearance, like, I would never say that Trick Daddy looks like this, that, and the third. I wouldn't do it. I'm talking about me. I don't care what nobody else do. I really don't. I'm talking about me. But I thought that was a little, you know, disheartening that his physical appearance was talked about, which has nothing to do with the scope of the conversation that he was having on Clubhouse. His medical condition was talked about, has nothing to do with the scope of his conversation that he was having on Clubhouse, unless his medical condition causes him to have like bouts of delusion and be senile. And I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm just saying, he seems like he's in his right mind. He has a job at 99 Jams on a radio show, so he's clothed in his right mind. And then the most disgusting thing to me is that his business was attacked. Trick Daddy has a restaurant in South Florida called Sunday's Eatery. It's a soul food restaurant, right? Trick Daddy is known to be a great cook to South Floridians. That's something that he loves to do, and he does. So he bought a restaurant a couple years ago, and apparently the restaurant had high ratings prior to this situation. So people started attacking his business and leaving negative ratings on his business to make the rating of his business drop. And I think it went from like a 4.9 out of 5 to like a 2.6. And see, this is what pissed me off. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all gonna get enough of getting in the way of how somebody feeds their family. Once you take food out of somebody's mouth, some people turn into a completely different beast. And I don't feel that the ends justify the means in this situation. Why? Trick Daddy's opinion did not affect Beyonce's brand, pockets, livelihood, any of the accolades that she's achieved, any of the success that she's achieved, her nor Jay-Z. If people dislike Beyonce and Jay-Z, it's not because of what Trick Daddy said. People have their own reasons why they don't like Beyonce and Jay-Z, right? And that's not even stopping them from being financially lucrative. I don't like the fact that his business was attacked. Don't mess with somebody's food. No pun intended. When you interfere with how somebody feeds their family, I don't know where y'all from, but honey, y'all ain't hear what DMX said? Y'all been eating long enough now. Stop being greedy. Let's keep it real, partner. Give to the needy. Ribs is touching, so don't make me wait. F around and I'm gonna bite you and snatch your plate. When somebody is hungry, not literally, they will do whatever it takes to feed that hunger. And messing with somebody else's food could turn them into a different person. I don't interfere with how nobody eat. I don't want nobody interfering with how I eat. The good news is I saw an update early this morning that I think the Yellow Pages and Google rectified the ratings. So now his rating, I think, is back up to like a 4.6 out of 5, or I think it's 4.6 out of 5. Before it was 4.9. So they got rid of all of the fake ratings and the negative ratings and things like that. So that part turned me all the way off. And again, what I was saying before is it's all fun and games to censor people and to shut people up. And, oh, Trick is delusional. Trick is an idiot. He don't know what he talking about. Bop, bop, bop. That's not no opinion. He's a hater. He's jealous. But when your faves get censored, you get so angry. What do I mean by that? Just recently, I saw a fan page. I'll put it that way. A fan page on Twitter. A fan page that supports a very popular rapper. Unproblematic fan page. There's no beef on the fan page. They just re-upload news about this particular rapper, music from this particular rapper. No problems, no beefs or nothing. That fan page on Twitter was taken down. Why? Because they're being censored. But this rapper is a fan favorite, has a lot of fans. You know, a lot of fans, a lot of supporters. And that fan page was taken down because, you know, the higher ups are trying to target this particular rapper. And then all of a sudden, oh, that's messed up. They were just posted. They weren't problematic. They just posted pictures of this rapper. They shared positive images, positive opinions of this rapper, and they just took their page down. It's all fun and games to censor people until it's your fave. So do I believe that Trick Daddy deserved to have his business attacked? No, I don't. I don't worship anyone. And granted, you have your faves for the reason that you have your faves. But I'm going to tell you something. Be careful. Because once you mess with the way somebody eats, they turn into a different beast. And I'm glad that they were able to rectify the situation and get those fake reviews up out of there. I think that that's messed up. And to be honest with you, I don't even think that Beyonce herself would condone that. I really don't. Beyonce has had to tell her beehive to chill before, and I'm glad that she did. If anything, this makes the Beehive look bad. I'm just saying. So that's all I got. Oh, actually, no, it's not. I have an update. Hold up. I have an update on Dame Dash and freaking Jay-Z, the Jay-Z situation. So you know Rockefeller is suing Dame Dash, right? AKA Jay-Z is suing Dame Dash. And Dame Dash is being accused of trying to sell the NFT version of his stake in Reasonable Doubt, which is Jay-Z's first album, right? Dame Dash said, nah, I wasn't trying to sell the copyright to the album. I was just trying to sell my share in the company or my stake in whatever. It's just all one big blur. And he said that, you know, he basically is trying to get Jay-Z to pay top dollar for his share to buy him out. And Dame Dash said that the offer was too low. So they went to court and Rockefeller gets a legal win. So Dame Dash is taking the L, at least for now. This is according to TMZ.com, this article. In his attempt to auction off Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt album as an NFT, but he's not likely to give up just yet. Now, a source close to the case tells TMZ that the court ruled in favor of Rockefeller Tuesday by ruling Damon's prohibited from selling the NFT of Jay's debut studio album, and any planned auctions to do so must be halted. Of course, this ruling is only temporary, but TMZ is told the federal judge said Jay and Rockefeller's arguments were deemed credible and correct. Anywho, I don't have anything to say. Let me just keep reading the article. That being said, more filings are almost certain to come in the future from Dame Dash's side. Now, TMZ broke this story that Rockefeller sued Dame Dash, one of the co-founders of Rockefeller, right, claiming that he did not have the rights to sell Reasonable Doubt because the company owns it. RAF reported by powerhouse attorney Alex Spiro, I'm telling y'all, Google him, claimed that Dame Dash was trying to cash in on the NFT craze. So they took him to court to stop any potential sale and make him turn over any NFTs he'd already minted. But Dash told TMZ that the lawsuit wasn't going to stop him and clarified he wasn't just trying to sell Jay-Z's album, but his entire stake in Rockefeller. Dame claimed Jay-Z lowballed him with an offer to buy out his 1/3 stake in the company, so he's shopping around. Bottom line, he's trying to get top dollar for his stake in Rockefeller. And I'm telling you, Dame Dash is not my favorite, but I'm not mad at him. He is the co-founder of Rockefeller. Let's not act like Dame Dash did not contribute greatly to the culture and to the existence of Rockefeller. So he wants Jay to pay top dollar for his share. Buy me out, but don't lowball me. You got the money, or do you? All right, Royal Family, make sure you get down in the comments and share your thoughts and let me know what you think. This concludes this episode of the Morning Boogie Morning Show. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you decided to swing by and listen to me, and I greatly appreciate it. I'm signing off, and as always, until next time, folks, peace.